You may take the appearance of everyday fruit and veggies for granted, but did you know they haven't always looked like they currently do? Through selective breeding, humans have been molding fruits and vegetables to our liking, changing the way they look drastically over the year. The evolution of corn is a great example of how we can significantly change a vegetable over time. Corn actually comes from a Mexican grass called tisenti. The barely edible tisenti is small, skinny, and it has very few kernels. Back then, these kernels were also hard to reach, since they were encased by a hard shell. To peel it, you had to hit it with a hard object several times. It's also speculated that it had a very dry taste, like a raw potato. The cultivation of tisenti to modern-day corn came about as, for each subsequent harvest, we selective bred the more desirable tisenti plants that had larger and more rows of kernels. This led the corn we know today, which is easy to peel and 1,000 times larger. Modern corn also contains 4 times more sugar compared to the natural old version of corn. Strawberry. Known as Fragaria vesca, the wild strawberry actually tasted sweeter and is considered the better version of the fruit. However, the wild strawberry is much smaller than its modern version. Farmers started favoring size, resistance to disease, and a better and bigger appearance, which ended up decreasing the taste of the fruit. The modern strawberry actually started to take shape when a French spy brought the Chilean version of the strawberry over to France. This variation of the fruit was significantly bigger than the ones grown in Europe at the time. The 2 species of strawberry were crossed and gave rise to the modern strawberry of today. We have been shaping the tomato to our own taste for thousands of years. The evolution of the tomatoes happened in 2 stages. First, there was the wild ancestor of the tomatoes. These fruits had a size similar to berries and came in a bunch of different colors, like yellow, green, and purple. It's reported that the first cultivated tomatoes were small and yellow, which earned them the name golden apple. These wild tomatoes, after a large span of time, eventually evolved into the cherry tomato. From the cherry tomato, humans ultimately developed the big fruited red tomato, which is the fruit's most recognizable form. However, these changes weren't all for the best. Over the years, the tomato lost some of its genes that create sugar, making it less flavorful, because of all the selective breeding the tomato has been through. The wild banana is quite different from the yellow snack that we have today. Originally, they were stalky and hard, filled with large and tough seeds that were spread across the fruit's interior. Because of the hard seeds, these bananas were inedible. It's believed that the first bananas were farmed 10,000 years ago, in the region that is now Papua New Guinea. The bananas we have today are a hybrid of 2 wild banana varieties, Musa acuminata and Musa balbisiana, which eventually developed into the well-known bright yellow fruit with its peelable cover. The current banana has smaller seeds, more nutrients, and tastes better than its wild counterpart. However, it's said that the fruit needs to evolve or they might go extinct. That's because right now, these bananas lack genetic diversity. This makes the fruit increasingly vulnerable to pests and diseases that could devastate the banana industry. Hopefully, scientists will manage to find a viable alternative before it comes to that.